Most sports talking heads make predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackie and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackie and Judd.
Presented by our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company. Federated's been around for over 100 years. They're all about risk management, elevating your business through risk management. They have tools and resources galore over at federatedinsurance.com. This company acts as a guiding hand for your business. So check them out, see how they can help you at federatedinsurance.com, where it's our business to protect yours. When are you guys going to admit, Judd, when are you going to admit that you were wrong?
Yeah, Judd.
I'm going to do it right now. And then if you don't like that, you'll like this. I'm going to do it later again on PD.
Okay.
So twice today. So twice today, I'm going to fess up that I was wrong. And you know what? I know I was wrong on some things because some things came off the board for me.
We're the only show in America that actually puts statistics next to our predictions. Okay, we put our reputations on the line every single week here on Write That Down on both Mackie and Judd, the Classic Edition and the Football-Centric Edition over on Purple Daily. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to participate, like Travis is about to, send us a message through the SKOR North app. You can send it specifically to Declan, who is the overseer of our Write That Down scheduling, and we can get you on sometime here. So the season's winding down, boys. We have less than 2 months to go in the 2022 Write That Down season. Declan leads all 4 categories across both shows. This would be an unprecedented clean sweep. The greatest season in Write That Down history. Declan's on the precipice. What kind of pressure do you feel right now?
Not a lot of pressure. I feel I'm just being me here. I'm squaring up some balls. I'm throwing some balls deep. I'm just trying to be me. I'm not trying to be anyone else. I'm not. I'm spraying the ball all over the place. Just doing the best I can here.
Okay. Curious to see what Declan's strategy is, and Judd too, because Judd, Declan's come down a little bit in the batting average race. You've been nipping at his heels a little bit. Does Declan go into protection mode? Does Judd try to protect second place in his
Do I play par
pride?
golf the rest of the way? Can I just play par golf?
Take irons off the tee?
Prevent defense.
Yeah.
Prevent. I could see prevent defense being a main thing for Dex, i.e. bunting.
Yeah. So, well, let's get into the accountability session here. We'll start with Judd.
Oh.
Kind of a tough little week for Judd.
Yeah.
You said Marco Rossi will score his first NHL goal by this week's Write That Down.
2 games,
What
6
the hell,
periods.
NHL?
Yeah, how many games has he played?
He's played in, I think, 10, right? Because they've
All
played
but
12
one.
total. Yeah, so 11. But, Phil, they were off for 5 days from Thursday to Tuesday.
But I knew that.
And then they have
go practice shooting.
and then they have
I knew that.
3 games in 4 days.
Yep.
So,
But I knew that. I knew that, and I still said it, and I stand by it.
okay.
Hilarious. You said the Phillies would win the World
funny.
Series. Also
Yeah,
hilarious.
that didn't work, yeah.
I had a lead. I had 2 leads. 1 game 1,
And boom.
1 game
Should have
3.
said that.
And that was a wrap.
Again.
All right. This is a bad beat. I said Cat will average 7 3-point attempts per game in the first 10 games for the Wolves. I think he had averaged like 4.5 last year. He averaged 6.5 3-point attempts in the first 10
Cost
games.
of doing business.
Rough.
Cost of doing.
Speaking of cost of doing business here, a bloodbath for the listeners and then a fun home run at the end. We'll get to the bad stuff first. Tim said the Vikings would score 3 touchdowns in part of a parlay, and then that they would get a couple sacks. Greg Joseph would not miss a kick, but they did not score 3 touchdowns. Josh said Kyler Murray will throw for over 300 yards, but he'll have the same amount of touchdowns as total turnovers. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 total turnovers, if I remember. That should have come off the board last week. JD said the Wolves will never be below 500 at any point this season. Oh, boy. They're 5-6 right now. Matt said by week 10, Garrett Bradbury will no longer be starting for the Vikings. Now, he did get dinged. Is he...
No longer be starting. So if Schlottman...
Technically, if Bradbury's injury prevents him from starting this week, I guess this would be
Bradbury
correct.
came back.
But he came back in the game.
He came back in the game. I would, if he doesn't start, we can
We'll
certainly
come back to this.
revisit it. But right now, I think you're fair to take it off.
Okay. Jonah said the Astros will defeat the Yankees in the ALCS in fewer than 7 games, and the Yankees would be classless losers and bitch about the Astros and that the series was rigged or complain in some fashion. I don't think they did. They just
Went
lost.
away.
They just lost. Yeah.
Their fans booed him. They
Yeah.
booed Judge, and now he might leave him.
Yep. But then we had this one. This was from Jacqueline. She emailed this in. We don't usually take email predictions, but we made a special exception here. She predicted about 3 or 4 months ago that Declan would propose to his current girlfriend by week 1 of the 2024 season.
Way to go, Jack.
Wow.
And we're making this a home run,
Sure.
not because of like any uncertainty within the relationship, but more just like because of Declan. It's a home run because of Declan.
What I really like about the phrasing of this is current girlfriend. So if my now loving fiance and I didn't work out and I found a new girlfriend, that this wouldn't have come off the board,
Yep.
even if I did propose before the week 1 end date of 2024.
Yes, it was a specific
Very
prediction about
specific.
the commitment to your current girlfriend, now fiance at the time. So,
Jacqueline saved the day.
nice job.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
Save the day for the listeners.
And Declan had a couple things come off the board. You said Ant would drop 30 at some point in the last week. He
He did not.
has not done that.
Took some time off from basketball.
This was a 3-item parlay. Some people complained about just the easiness of the parlay. So it is a home run based on our rules here that you got the Eagles, Chiefs, and Ravens all winning primetime games. So it is a home run. There were some complaints about how, well, yeah, but they were all heavy favorites. And so it turns out that it was kind of a coin flip.
It's parlay.
If we need to revisit the three parlay home run distinction, we can. But this is, whatever. You pick 3 NFL
It's 3
games, and the
football
NFL
games.
is wide open
Yeah.
this season. So
Yeah, it's football.
I think this has to be a home run.
I think for next year we might want to put a few more parameters on the parlays being home runs if they're right automatically. But I think for the rest of this year, it's fair just to leave it.
Yeah, and it's not if you were to say, all right, I'm going to do a Thursday parlay, the sun's going to come up,
Yeah, right.
clouds will roll through in the afternoon, and Judd will drink a beer.
Yeah.
That doesn't
I
count
think
as a home run.
I think majority show ruling. I think it's majority show ruling.
But we could go back and on that starting with 2023. But I'm fine with this for now.
Okay. So a home run for Declan, and that means, look at this, Declan has almost a 100-point lead in the batting average race, 437
Par golf.
over Judd's 343. He also leads with 15 home runs, 3 clear of my 12 and the listeners' 12. Judd has 9 home runs, a very Luis Arraez-like season here, working on your batting average at the expense of power.
Gold Glove finalist. Gold
Which hitter would you
Glove
rather have, the
finalist.
340 hitter with 9 bombs or the 303 hitter who hits more bombs? Oh,
I don't need the bombs.
Pretty close.
No, I'm old school. I don't need this power crap.
All time, Judd has 248 hits, which leads everyone. Listeners now have 31 home runs, which leads everyone. So there you go. There's your
Like it.
accountability session here. Let's get Travis in on Write That Down. He is our guest listener predictor. Travis, what's going on, man? When did you first become a tortured Minnesota sports fan?
Well, I was born in '87, so I mean, I've watched football my whole life, on my dad's lap or whatnot. But '98 is the season where I really got into it, and ever since then, it's pretty much been heartbreaks.
Keep coming back for more.
Ripping your
Every
heart
single
out.
year.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, we got you. Can you hear us okay?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start
Yeah,
with Travis, and then we might have a little delay. We'll figure it out. But we got Travis over to Judd, Declan back to me. 3 trips around the room. We'll start with Travis.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
What is your first prediction, Travis?
All right. My first one, I think this is going to be a home run, but so I'm going to go with the Seahawks. They will have the offensive and defensive rookies of the year, along with the comeback player of the year. Offense rookie of the year, Kenneth Walker III.
Yeah.
Tariq Woolen, cornerback, defensive rookie of the year, and comeback player, I believe he could fall into that category, Geno Smith.
I love this prediction. The
one.
Seahawks have just
Solid.
come out of nowhere, and they all of a sudden have a bunch of really good young players again. And Geno Smith has emerged as a viable starter, and Pete Carroll's chewing gum a million miles an hour again. So,
yeah.
oh man, good stuff. All right, over to Judd Zolgad.
All right, little baseball for you. Write this down. Free agency prediction. Carlos Correa will sign with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
Carlos Correa will sign with the Philadelphia Phillies. Replacing.
So he's just going to leech off of what they've already built, huh? He's going to be the final piece to their puzzle.
Of course he will.
He's sick of building this thing from being a train wreck, 70 wins.
And they got money. They got money. And
You like writing things down?
They do have money. I mean, other teams have money. We're going to get to that in a future prediction. Declan.
I was going to make a baseball prediction. I'm still mad at the Twins, and therefore I will not be making a baseball prediction until my heart and mind are in the right place again. So I'm going to stay away from baseball predictions. Okay. But I'm actually going to steal Judd's prediction from last week and say Marco Rossi scores his first NHL goal between now and next week's. Write that down.
You guys are trying to will this.
We're just going to keep going until it eventually happens in 2026.
We got 4 tries.
This is also the difference in how Declan's playing the game this year and how Judd's playing the game. So how many games do the Wild play in the next week?
4.
Last week they played 2.
Yep.
So Declan has twice as many cracks at the same prediction as Judd by just looking at the schedule.
Right. But I had
this
faith.
is the man playing at the peak of his write that down game here.
No question about it. But you have to keep in mind that I had faith in myself in those 2 games. Marco would score it, and he didn't. He let me down tremendously. So there will be hell to pay for that.
Okay. Time to play the game.
Write it down. You like writing things down?
Okay, I'll make my Twins prediction right now. What the hell? So, agree. It's a parlay, I guess, kind of. Carlos Correa will sign with a team that isn't the Twins, but there will be a credible report that the Twins made a competitive offer, and this is sort of subjective, so we can bring it to write that down court. The Twins made a competitive offer, but obviously it wasn't enough for Carlos Correa.
Because I'm going to have one similar to that, but I've got a name for you.
Oh, all right.
And it's not Correa. So it's not retaining him.
Okay. Let's
Write
do
it down. You
and
like writing things
off
down?
the record, Doogie will definitely have the inside scoop on the competitive offer that was made,
And
but
Doogie counts.
It wasn't quite enough. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Doogie
Absolutely.
counts.
Yep. Okay, back to Travis for your second prediction, man.
All right. My second prediction, the Vikings will beat the Bills this Sunday. Cousins will have 4 touchdown passes. Hawkinson will have two catches of those 4, and Jefferson will have 2 catches of those 4.
Dude, this is
Oh my
I love
God.
This. I love this. Get the flag.
That's high and
Get
tight
the flag,
right there.
Judd.
Hold on, I got the flag.
Travis coming
there
in
we
hot.
go, there, Travis. I didn't see that coming.
Amazing. Okay. I love it, dude. Just taking swings here. Screw batting average. Go for the home runs.
Yeah.
Love this strategy.
Write it down. You like writing things down?
All right, Judd, your second prediction.
All right, I'm going to deliver on my prediction of a Twins close but no cigar signing. All right, there will be a report, a credible report, that the Twins were among the teams in on Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander, because he's so old, it'll be like they'll make a short-term offer because he's going to be like 40.
Yeah.
So
you know what, though? Better him than at least he can go 5. Actually, if they do sign him, I need to be a fly on the wall at 2:00 in the afternoon, or at 9:00 at night when he's
when he goes
he's in the dugout after 5 or 6 innings or whatever it is.
Great job. Give me the ball.
Got the third time through the order coming in. Come on, Justin.
Yep.
No, guy.
Tell Kate you're done. Tell Kate it's over.
Go smoke a bowl and listen to some Fish, Rocco. I'm staying out here till the 8th inning.
But is that not the perfect Twins? We were in on him. We were so close.
Write it down. You like writing things down?
All right, back to Declan, your second prediction.
All right, I'm going to make another Wild prediction. So, Phil, I brought this point up to Judd today. The Wild have just 18 goals scored on 5-on-5 this year.
Okay.
So 12 games, 18 5-on-5 goals. It's the second least amount, or total, I should say, in the NHL this season. So write this down. Between now and next week's write that down, the Wild score at least 6 5-on-5 goals.
Okay. All right.
Not a home run, but just a solid hit and another willing of existence of please start scoring 5-on-5.
Okay. All right. I see what you're doing here. That's fine. You've
Write
earned.
it down. You like
You've
writing
earned
things
the.
down.
I
we're
told
late
you.
in the
I told this
season.
was coming. I told this
I
was
think
coming.
you're basically saying they will average fewer goals 5-on-5 the next 4 games than they have so far this season. But that's okay. That's okay.
Shell defense.
Declan has earned at this point, it's up to us to catch Declan.
The safeties are back here.
Declan has put in the work for 10 months, and now it's time for us to go catch Declan.
Nothing over the top, Phil. That's what this is all about. Nothing over the top. Don't get beat. Let them run.
Hit me.
Sometimes the write that down karma gods come in though and say, no.
They might not. They're banged up. Like they legitimately might not. They haven't scored a goal.
Yeah, Marcus Foligno's going to come back and score a bunch of goals.
Just saying.
Ryan Hartman's out for a
They
month.
haven't scored a goal in like 8 periods.
Yeah, Thomas Vanek has a pulled hamstring.
I think he's still living here. Go get him.
Still
Write this down. I am going to give you some positive Timberwolves energy here, okay? I'm going to help push this thing back into the win column against the Phoenix Suns.
All right.
That's right. Get that flag ready.
I got that.
We have an Anthony Edwards parlay here. I think Ant has heard the criticism. I think there's been some weird vibes with Ant, but Ant has pride. They play the Suns. So tonight against the Suns. It is tonight, right?
Yes.
Yes, tonight. Okay.
Yes.
A 3-item Ant parlay.
Lost track of the schedule.
50% or better from the field.
Okay.
25 points or more. And he will tie or set a season high in free throw attempts. Ant's going to put in some work. He's going to get into the paint. He's going to do his thing.
Some dunks, too.
I'm not going to promise any dunks. I think he has 2 this season.
He does.
But at least 50% from the field, at least 25 points, and he will tie or set a season high in free throw attempts. And if those things happen, I think we're back.
and no outcome of the score, right? No matter Wolves win. This is just an Ant. This is just an Ant Edwards.
Yep. I don't know.
like it.
They could get beat by 40 if he does those things.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, back to Travis for your third and final, sir.
Yeah, real quick, the Timberwolves are breaking my heart, but I think it'll come together. I really do. We have too much talent on that team for it not to.
Yep. Travis and I are selling Timberwolves Kool-Aid on the corner here. So
Yeah.
if you guys want some, let us know.
Might be tainted.
All right. Write that down. Za'Darius Smith will win Defensive Player of the Year. He will have the most sacks at the end of the year, as well as the most pressures in the league at the end of the year.
Travis.
God, am I busy today?
Get
God,
the
am I
flag
busy
again.
today?
Get the flag
Travis,
again.
you keep me busy. Woo, boy. There it is.
Judd's arm's about to fall off.
There it is. Oh, boy. It's been a big week.
Man. Travis, great job taking these swings here. Since you've got this life-changing platform right now on Mackie and Judd, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that brought you to this peak moment?
Yeah, my fiance, she's a diehard Vikings fan too, so she cries when I cry over the team and everything like that. So she's got my back, and yeah, you guys for putting this awesome show on. It gets me through the day of my work. So
awesome, man.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on, dude. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
Good
Travis.
luck with your predictions,
Yep.
man. There he is,
Heck
Travis,
of a day.
guest
Oh my
listener
God.
predictor. Just pointing to the center field bleachers like Babe Ruth, calling his shots.
Those are some parlays.
Love it, man.
All
All right, we're final trip here. Judd.
All right. Write this down. This will not help me
You like writing things down.
for this year, but you know what? This is a prediction that is more important than my own personal success because it speaks to the successful program that I like to see do well. So you can write this down. And let's just say I'd like the band to be prepared, have them queued up, have the orchestra queued up here, because you can write this down. The Gopher men's hockey team will win the NCAA championship this season in Tampa Bay.
Sorry. You didn't say which song.
You didn't
dude.
say that was very vague, Judd. I got you, Phil. I got you.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oda Joy's fine for championships. I didn't need Sky Yuma. I just wanted Oda Joy. Oda Joy covers championships, okay? But we got the Sky Yuma towel now, which I picked up at a game, which for the football team.
Did
great.
you also predict that they make the Final Four or Frozen Four?
I think so, or maybe that was last year. I don't know.
I think it was last year. I think I predicted that last year.
You're just doubling down, basically.
But I think they win that. This team is, God, do they have talent? That first line is great.
All right, Declan, your final prediction here of the week.
Let's go with a WWE prediction here, Phil. I'm going to go
Write
with
this down.
we got Survivor Series War Games coming up in like 2 or 3 weeks. Absolutely juice. Probably like legitimately the most excited I've been about a WWE pay-per-view in quite some time.
Judd, War Games, I don't know if you remember this from the WCW late 80s, early 90s.
No.
It's where they put 2 rings in the middle of the arena together, and they put a giant cage around all of it.
Oh, it's
and they
dangerous.
so it's like a team event. So it would be like 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. And you start with 2 guys, and then every so often another person will come in. But the team that has the advantage, the home team, if you will,
It's actually cool.
they get the odd man advantage, right? So it's 1-on-1, and then every 3 minutes a new person comes in. But now it's 2-on-1 for 3 minutes, and so you gotta hang in there until your partner comes in. I know.
Seems highly
bloodbath.
unfair.
And by the way, Judd, at WWE, the smart move, they don't do pay-per-views on Sundays anymore. These are on Saturday evenings, so you can now watch these. They're on Peacock. They're at
Oh
your
no,
disposal.
I've got college football to watch
that's
and
okay.
hockey.
All right.
I got a lot of hockey on Saturday night.
All right. So write this down. Both Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch have been MIA for the last few months. Becky's been gone since SummerSlam. Charlotte Flair's been gone, I think, for even longer than that. They've been on little sabbaticals here. Becky Lynch had a legitimate injury. I think Charlotte Flair's just taking vacation. So write this down. Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch will participate at Survivor Series War Games.
Okay.
So I think they already established the first team members of the women's division for the Raw match. There's like 3 been announced. There's a few more spots to fill. I think Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch will participate in some form at Survivor
So
Series.
Becky's
War
healthy
Games.
now?
I think so. She had like that her collarbone legit, I think, popped out in that match again. And you saw it was gross. But then she was filming that. She was on Young Rock the other day. She filmed.
She played Cyndi Lauper on Young Rock.
And did you hear it? I just saw the clip. I don't watch the show, but she actually does for a girl with a woman with a very thick Irish accent in real life. She did Cyndi Lauper really, really well.
Nice.
It's actually pretty funny.
Like a Brooklyn kind of high-pitched
Yeah.
Love
accent.
Cyndi
Yes.
Lauper.
Oh, I love Cyndi. You kidding?
Nope.
How much time?
All right,
Great song.
final
Write this
prediction.
down.
Write this down. Judd, the Timberwolves will unveil a new starting lineup tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
Just a starting lineup that they have not used before. So I think Gobert is supposed to come back, which means I'm guessing off the record. I'm guessing either Jaden McDaniels might get bumped from the starting lineup. I don't think they have the stones to do the D'Lo thing yet. So if Gobert plays, my guess is Jaden McDaniels comes off the bench. So we'll see. I think they're going to shake it up though. They can't keep running that same 5 out there.
So who starts then? Gobert, Towns, D'Lo.
Off the record,
Ant.
I would say probably either Kyle Anderson or so in place of Jaden McDaniels, I could see
Yeah.
Kyle Anderson or I could see
Torian Prince.
Torian Prince.
Okay.
Or you know what? You should just go three towers. Put Nas Reed out there and just
say,
go
put
all in.
Nas.
Put the
Love
3
Nas.
tallest dudes on the team out there.
Nas
Austin
works his
Rivers,
ass
here's-
off. I'll give him that. Yeah, Austin Rivers.
Austin
you know
Rivers
what?
might get some more run too.
He played. He was the one guy I thought on Monday who played his ass off.
He was the only guy that was like he was like a +10 or something, and everybody else was a train wreck.
Yeah, he
Plus minus.
actually deserves playing time after that performance.
So there you go. Those are your write that down predictions, your accountability session. The only show in America that actually puts statistics next to our predictions. Mackie and Judd and Purple Daily. It'll be a reckless speculation Thursday with our guy Doogie tomorrow, and maybe some Kirk MVP steam. Let's floating around out there.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Just past my house.
And also we've got fresh Judd's hockey show on the podcast feed and Flagrant Howls with kind of a dissection of the first 10% of the season. So check those spin-off shows out too. We'll see you tomorrow on Mackie and Judd.